South Africa's sports minister says the decision to donate $10 million, £6.5 million, to FIFA to develop Caribbean football was made by former President Thabo Mbeki. The payment, which South Africa denies was a bribe to secure the 2010 World Cup, is central to the FIFA scandal. The claim comes after a letter emerged that appears to show officials seeking an indirect route for the transfer. South Africa's government said the letter did not contradict its statement that this was a legitimate payment. It says the cash was to fund the development of football for the African diaspora in the Caribbean and that the reporting of the letter in South Africa's Mail and Guardian was regurgitation and sensation. The letter was written by then South Africa FA head Danny Jordaan 3 weeks before the first amount was paid in 2007. U.S. prosecutors say the money, which is a key plank in the wide-ranging criminal inquiry that has engulfed world football's governing body, was a bribe to FIFA officials. 7 top FIFA officials, including 2 vice presidents, were arrested last week in Switzerland as they awaited FIFA's Congress. They were among 14 new indictments in the U.S. investigation, which alleges they accepted bribes and kickbacks estimated at more than $150 million over a 24-year period. 4 other people were charged earlier. One of them, ex-FIFA official Chuck Blazer, has pleaded guilty in the U.S. to taking bribes related to South Africa's bid. On Friday, Sports Minister Fikile Mbalula told the Beeld newspaper that Mr. Mbeki had authorized the payment after he spoke with the leadership of the 2010 World Cup Local Organizing Committee. It was the government's idea, he added. In a statement released last week when the scandal began, Mr. Mbeki said, "I wish to state that the government that I had the privilege to lead would never have paid any bribe even if it were solicited." The leaked letter, which also emerged on Friday, is signed by Mr. Jordaan and addressed to FIFA Secretary-General Jerome Valcke. In the letter, Mr. Jordaan says the Deputy Finance Minister recommended the money be paid to FIFA but that Minister of Foreign Affairs Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma said it should instead be paid over to the 2010 FIFA World Cup Organizing Committee South Africa. Ms. Dlamini-Zuma, who is President Jacob Zuma's ex-wife, is now chair of the African Union Commission. The Mail and Guardian quoted former Deputy Finance Minister Jabu Moltke as saying the letter was a fabrication and that he denied having a conversation of that nature with Mr. Jordaan. South Africa's Sports Ministry said in a statement on Friday that the letter merely affirmed that the payment was legitimate and proved that the diaspora program was pursued to support government policy. Mr. Valcke has previously denied any wrongdoing in the matter. U.S. prosecutors say a senior South African official traveled to Paris to hand over cash in $10,000 stacks in a hotel room to an unnamed person working for Jack Warner, the former FIFA vice president and head of CONCACAF. On Wednesday they released a transcript of Mr. Blazer's guilty pleas, in which he said, beginning in or around 2004 and continuing through 2011, I and others on the FIFA Executive Committee agreed to accept bribes in conjunction with the selection of South Africa as the host nation for the 2010 World Cup. In addition to the U.S. investigation, it was announced on Thursday that an elite police unit in South Africa is to launch a preliminary inquiry into allegations that officials paid bribes over the 2010 World Cup bid.